Hey, streaming the things. I'm gonna announce it on the Facebooks and on the Twitters. Do. Okay, guys, and the Facebooks. It's gonna have the wrong information. Whatever. Let's post it. I don't care. Alright, hi guys. Welcome to another live stream. It's been a while. Yeah. Woo. I am actually listening to myself through headphones this time, so I can, know how the things sound. Adjusting this down because I'm moving my head down. It's like, hey, I should probably have my microphone, not above my head for the whole entirety of the stream. That'd be smart. I can do smart sometimes. It's not normal, but I can do it. So yeah. I have recently had top surgery. It was don't remember when the last stream was. Originally surgery had been scheduled for September 27th. And unfortunately I had water that day, so it had to be rescheduled. True story, actually. That's exactly what happened. They don't let you learn from my mistakes. They don't let you have surgery if you have anything in your stomach, even water. I thought that the fasting just meant, don't have things that are basically having calories or, coffee or what have you in you. But yeah, turns out water totally counts. So, yeah. What is blooping? Whatever, I don't care. I'll figure it out later. Yeah, so... But yeah, so surgery was rescheduled for October 24th, and it went off without a hitch, and now I have no chest, and it's awesome. So I spent 2 weeks convalescing at my house, pretty much. I spent 2 days at my parents' place right after surgery, and then I got to go home, and that was good, and spent a bunch of time drawing and animating and being an idiot, and that was fun. I liked it. And then I went back to work this week, and I liked that less. Imagine that. Yeah, it was kind of surprising because I had been, doing so much with sitting at my desk and drawing all day, to actually go to work and have that be a thing that I'll hit 3 o'clock and I'll just be totally out of energy. Just hit a complete wall and there is just nothing left. So that's been a bit of a problem, or so. Yeah. I guess I went back last Thursday, the 9th. The day after my 30th birthday. Yeah, I'm 30. I don't like it. So, yeah, that's what's been up here. I figured I should probably do a thing, because I have been animating quite a significant amount, and I like doing these streams, and I'm feeling pretty damn good. So yeah, let's do a stream. Let's have me ink and I have a pile of things to ink, and I can definitely stream and ink. I don't know about streaming and actually animating. That kind of requires a little bit more brain juice. I think I've mentioned that for every single one of these, that I'm leery about streaming for for things that require me to think about them. Just tracing over things I've already drawn. That's no big deal. I burped. So yeah, it's good to be back here with the computer and the microphone, and everything else is just as I normally have it set up. I just have a microphone in my face and I'm supposed to talk about things and not listen to things. So that's literally the only difference, and oh my god, that is not a hand. I probably should have tried harder for drawing hands in this in the penciling for this particular posing, but I don't know, I have about 5 billion extras that I'm going to be drawing in this scene, which is why the name of the stream this go round is only about 100 extras. Really, it's only about 100 extras, because there's a fuck ton of people I have to draw in this scene. More so even than the earlier shot 2 that had previously won the prize for, oh fucking god, why are there so many people in this goddamn scene? So yeah, I'll show you that in a second as soon as I finish inking this guy. This particular individual is a character that is the reason for the in the description of the stream. I've got the lesson is always Facebook stalk your old friends before you decide to turn them into extras. And this dude is, and I'm using dude, I'm using gender neutral dude here. This dude is the reason. Les raisons. So, as you can see, I've got this front row, and then this row with our main characters, and then every single other row of seats that I'm gonna have to fill with characters. Because I'm smart. So I have these two dudes who are actually two extras that their designs are based off of some friends of mine from high school. Their names in the layout. So I've got, I've got over here, I've got his ink name. I don't know if you can read it. No, things aren't really legible. But he's in there as not Hideyori, and I really gotta stop using female pronouns. Anyway, so turns out that not Hideyori's actual real life counterpart is I have now Facebook stalked this individual who I haven't seen since for years. Turns out they're trans too. So she's trans feminine. That's kind of hilarious. So this is why the lesson is to Facebook stalk your old friends, because you might find out that they're transitioning opposite of you, and you should maybe not draw them as their biological genders. But yeah, so this is the original shot I talked about with the just too many fucking characters. With here's not Hideyori and not Suitcase. I've got some other characters. I don't know. I guess I'll just name off everybody, because with the exception of the characters that are the main characters and these two, everybody in this shot is someone or based off of someone from media. So I've got not Hideyori and not Suitcase, who are based off some of my best friends from high school, who I haven't haven't heard from, I haven't seen in years, except for Not Suitcase, who works just up the road at the Ace Hardware. And he has some really bitchin' piercings now, and it's cool. Yeah, so I've got this redheaded lady here, who if I don't really know how to, other than playing, I don't know how to make things not transparent, so, like, you can see, hey, her hair is red and stuff. She is based off of the character Nanase from Alguna Shive, and the little dark-haired girl, way down there is Akiko, Nanase's sister, also from the webcomic Alguna Shive. These two characters are Sasha in the blue and Marigold in the Marigold. They're based off absolutely nothing. I just wanted to have them there. I came up with them. I can do things with them if I want. These two characters back here are also from, or my versions of Alguna Shive characters. We've got Susan in the purple and Sarah in the pink. And it's supposed to be more of like a young Susan and Sarah, like preteens. And then I've got two that you would never ever guess. I was watching a bunch of the Flash show when I was designing them. So I've got not Barry Allen and not Iris from the Flash show. And then I've got back here I've got the Foleys, Tucker Foley from Danny Phantom, and Virgil. Oh, wait, no, Virgil's last name isn't Foley. What the fuck? That's a different joke. But I've got Tucker Foley from Danny Phantom and Virgil Hawkins from Static Shock. I've got Tucker sleeping and Virgil is making eyes at him. And then these other two, I've got Not Big and Not Froggy. Because I needed two more people to fill the shot, and this is ultimately a Sonic animation, even though it doesn't look like it. So yeah, that's fun. I'm enjoying it. But yeah, those are just things that I've like been tucking away in these in these shots and in this in what I've been doing, and they're gonna go. I would like to ultimately, once I finally have shit actually finished, you know, in like 12 years, I'd like to do things, or like I love doing commentaries, or I love watching commentaries, and I was a part of one once. It was great. I wasn't even a part of the filming of the thing. I was just there that day, and I had worked with my friend. It was in high school, and some of my friends made films, and I'd helped them in a few other things, and I hadn't actually been in anything. I was just like the PA on a few projects. It was fun, and they were filming or putting together a commentary track one day, and they asked me to come and sit in and do it with people, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. And it was a lot of fun, and yeah, that actually that one didn't end up panning out. That was the DVD that didn't happen, because yeah, my high school friends, we made DVDs, and they released them, and it was great. But this was the DVD that didn't happen because of I don't know, reasons. I'm not sure how I know some of the story. I don't know all of the story, and I don't think it's my story to tell. So it was the DVD that didn't happen for reasons. But you can watch these videos still online on the YouTubes for free. Probably most of the ones that would have been on the third DVD. Lundo Pictures is the name of the group, I guess you could say. Named after the director guy in charge, Christopher Lundy, who is awesome and has had some actual real gigs being a video editor, and I am super fucking jealous because he's awesome. And he actually got married on October October 13th. It was awesome. I didn't go because I was supposed to be recovering from surgery then, and then I wasn't, and yeah. I had many failures that day. Yeah, so that was a thing. I think I can just use this one. Yeah, I can use that one. I like being lazy. Lazy is good some days. What is the thing? Sorry, my phone is bleeping at me that people posted on Twitter, and I'm not doing that right now. Go away, Twitter. Except for, like, getting people to watch this. That'd be cool. Oh yeah, Lundy was actually on the very first one of these. Lundy went on the chat, and I was all like, "Oh my god, it's Lundy." I have all of the performance anxiety because this is somebody who I haven't seen in a long while, and he's amazing. Yeah, that's how I roll. That is how I roll. It's kind of sad, actually. How much in esteem I hold some of my old friends. It's sad because sometimes that prevents me from reaching out to them when I totally should, because they're cool people. And that is my life. Whatever. I'll work on it. So, this character is probably a person I should, like, touch base with again, but whatever. That's a thing. That's a thing. I should have Facebook stalked you before I designed this. Whatever. It's fine. It's all fine. We're all fine down here. How are you? My fast inking. The fastest inking in all of Mexico or something. I don't know. But I have pretty good lines to work from, so that makes life easy. I like when life is easy. Life is never easy. Nothing's ever easy. That's not a line, that whatever. I can fix it. Boom, fixed, done. This is my life. This is the little path I have chosen. Conehead, no. So yeah, what else to talk about? I kind of ran through several topics in a row. I guess I could like blather on about Helguna Shive because I just like it as a webcomic, and apparently I'm featuring fan versions of 4 characters in it. It's a webcomic by Dan Shive. It's been running since 2002, which is epic, and it is a lot of fun, and it just keeps getting better. There's a lot of transformations, a lot of gender stuff, a lot of as the series goes on, and as Dan himself's understanding of gender and everything develops, it gets more, the comics representation of gender gets more and more developed, and it's really, really exciting. Just as it goes on, and it makes me really happy. So if any of that sounds like fun and you have the time to read a really epically long and fairly involved excuse me, I'm burping all over the place, webcomic, check it out. Like, seriously, even if it sounds just vaguely interesting, it is, again, it's been running for, more than 10 years, and a lot of that, it has been in the beginning he updated 5 days a week, I believe. So there's a lot of archive, which in my opinion is often a good thing. I tend to spend a lot of time, or when I read comics, I like doing the big ol' archive binge. So if any of that sounds good, I recommend it. I highly recommend Alguna Shive. Yeah. I guess on the topic of other webcomics that I have read recently, I just discovered and read through the archive of a webcomic, Sharp Zero, and there's no funky E at the end of Sharp. It's just SHRP 0, ZERO. And that is about a queer Korean guy who is in a band, and he gets roped into delivering chicken to one of his bandmates' friends at their university, and then he falls into this this stuff, or that's in the storage closet, that is this guy that she sent him to deliver chicken to's office, essentially. He falls into a vat of this preservative / psychotropic drug that makes him trip balls, with involving with visions of Jerry Seinfeld or whatever in his head, and die because he has a peanut allergy. But it's okay. He gets better. It's there's superhero stuff. There's some gender stuff. It's pretty awesome. It is unfortunately discontinued at the moment. It looks like the creators working on or focusing on their other comic, which of course they have a second comic, and of course it took away the time away from the one I wanted to read. Oh, damn it. Just as I was discovering you take it away from me. Sad. It happens. I don't care. Obviously I care, but it doesn't matter ultimately. Like, I'll keep an eye out for Sharp Zero. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I was really enjoying it. There's some really cool twists and some really cool art and imagery, and superheroes and transformation stuff. There's legit transformation stuff. I'll just say that. And yeah, it's pretty badass. Check out Sharp Zero and say, hey, Sonic sent me over here. They'll be like, what? Nah, seriously, Sonic sent me over here. And he's like, yeah, you should totally work on this comic some more, because Sonic sent me over here to say this. No, they'll be very confused. They'll be great. Confusion to our enemies and allies. Confusion to just in general. Everybody. Friends, enemies, that guy who you bought a taco from once, that other guy who gave you the free burrito that day. Yeah, that guy was cool. But, should also be confused. Everybody be confused. It's great. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Apparently I'm endorsing the glory of confusion. That sounds about right. Let's carry on with that. So yeah, other than the gospel of confusion, okay. Man, these sleeves are gonna just jump around all over the place, aren't they? Because I didn't bother to fucking pencil them, because I'm an idiot. Go up and down. Yeah, whatever, I don't care. Once again, obviously I do care, but I really don't want to spend more time than I have to on the sleeves of an extra who hopefully, because their animation is fairly limited, hopefully you don't look at that much. My plan, and I don't know if I should use that word because planning is not a thing that I really do in the history of much of ever. My plan with this scene and how you read the scene is sorry, finding my microphone, because again I do have it set up for whatever. Looking at the screen and not my Cintiq, it's not quite right, so whatever, I'll just look at my Cintiq. Anyway, so my idea with this scene, which you can sort of see in this shot, with what I have with Not Hideyori and Not Suitcase as they gesticulate at each other, is that the main characters have flowing complete animation with in-betweens and everything, and that the extras have limited animation with that doesn't really have much in the way of those in-betweens. So say, I think this shot is a good example of it. This completed shot. Yeah, it's decent. So I've got, and it's buffering, but whatever. So I've got Sonic and I've got Mark over here. Who the hell is Mark? And you got a bus. So I've got Sonic going through his gestures and Mark going through his, and then I've got Not Hideyori over here and Not Sarah back here, and that's a stupid looking bus. And their animation is meant to be more, it's not complete, there's no in-betweens. So here in this shot you'll see it once it buffers. Hate that. So once it buffers, you'll see that, you know, these three main... I'm pointing with the wrong thing. Pointing with my fingers instead of the stylus. Okay, let's play it again. Play it again, Serum. Okay. So, like, we've got these three main characters who they have developed animation for such as is, and then these background characters have very jerky, limited, no in-betweens in their animation. And my idea with that is maybe you'll pay more attention to the main characters, maybe you won't, maybe you'll not care. Maybe you'll be distracted by what the fuck is going on, I don't even know. Maybe I'll be distracted by what the fuck is going on, I don't even know. That sounds like a thing. Yeah. So that's my idea. We'll see if it works. But the main reason that I'm doing it that way is because I'm just not gonna spend 3 years animating properly these extras. I'm the only animator on this project. I want to actually, you know, be able to post it at some point. So there's probably some shortcuts I should take. Like, I should probably make puppets of all of these characters and animate them that way instead. Which I would have to learn how to do that in Toon Boom, implying that I know how to do that in another program. I would have to learn how to do that, which I'm not averse to, and I really, really should do anyway. But I haven't wanted to do just yet, even though some of the animation I have done with these characters looks like it's puppet work, even though it isn't. Defeating the purpose, yay! Because I'm trying to teach myself more of like actual frame by frame animation. So, and I am getting better. Like, there is marked improvement in what I'm doing right now with these characters, and what I did with the four mains in this shot versus the last shot. So I'm excited about that. And I recently did another short project with based on a pun for zombies. It's called Zombies. It's you can see it on the YouTube channel right there. And yeah, it's just a short 11-second thing. Hilariously 11 seconds, because I have been thinking about doing an 11-second club, maybe in January, just because I want to vary up what I'm doing, and I love working on this project. This is my favorite project to do, but it's also very frustrating because I don't have anything to show for myself after, lots and lots of time spent on it. So I've been like, the idea is to kind of vary up what I do sometimes. Excuse me. So yeah, so it was hilarious that the Zombies thing ended up being exactly 11 seconds, because that wasn't an intended thing or an intended point that I wanted to hit. It was just, this is the joke. It's a short joke. Okay, let's do that. Let's put that together. So, and it, yeah. The 11-second club, for those of you not in the know, is it's an animation club group thing, website, whatever, that an 11-second audio clip is chosen every month, and then animators do that, or animate that 11-second audio in 1 month exactly, and submit it, and then it's a contest, and you can have people critique your stuff, and it's just really cool. And yeah, it's just a really cool community building thing, which I fucking love. I love the idea of that. So I also, so of course, naturally, I love the idea of doing the 11-second club at some point, or, an 11-second club. And I just haven't gotten around to it. I regularly look at, or think about doing the 11-second club at like the 15th of the month. Where it's like, yeah, I could do it with half of a month. It wouldn't be very good, and it would probably be, the best way for me to make sure I do it on time for the next month, maybe, assuming I don't burn myself out hitting a deadline. That's the thing I've done. Excuse me. But yeah, so 11-second club, thing that I plan on doing maybe in January, because not doing it this month, it's the 18th, and doing it for when Christmas is happening and family shit is happening just sounds like a recipe for disaster. Like, I have some other stupid plans I want to do Anyway, that I'm going to not avoid Christmas for, but yeah, I'm gonna avoid trying to do an 11-second club for Christmas. It'd be like trying to do NaNoWriMo in January or in February. It'd be like trying to do NaNoWriMo while you're like getting married to a judge. I don't know. What am I saying? Whatever. How's NaNoWriMo going? People who actually are doing that thing. Having fun? Writing? Get your word count up. It's good. Keep doing you. Fictional people who are watching this live stream. Or future people. I don't know. Maybe you live in the future and you want to check out when the magic all happened. And yeah, hi future person who is theoretically watching this. How are you today? Listen to the sexiness of my voice. So, yeah. Someday. And here I'm speaking specifically of the sexiness of my voice. Although I don't hate my voice. I am very dysphoric about it. Which is a bit of a contradictory statement. I don't hate how my voice sounds, but it doesn't sound like mine at all. So I can appreciate it as a voice that doesn't suck, but I can't get in on that whole, yeah, that's totes me, yo, thing. I mean, obviously I recognize it, but, well, I guess not obviously. I sound like that? As I do, I don't know. One of those things. You hear your voice and you're like, oh, that's just sad. Okay. I guess I have to live with that. And even non-dysphoric people feel that way sometimes, because, you know, you're, damn it to fucking shit hell. Go away. Yeah, okay. I swear fluently, it's fun. Yeah, so, voices, yeah. I talk on the phone all day. Well, not all day, but like a large percentage of my job right now is answering phones and talking to people and blah blah blah, and that's fine. I don't hate that. I don't like it. I don't hate it. It's fine. I wanna animate instead. I'm gonna work on that. That's the goal for 2018. Animate instead. Oh, that is a shitty hand. Whatever. I think I actually, before I backed out, it was a better hand, and now I've just committed to the shittier hand. This is my life. Okay. Why do I keep saying that? Oh my god. Yeah. Did this... No, that's not what I want. Yes, it did change. He did move a little. A little, okay. A little. Alright. So yeah, I am dysphoric about my voice. For those of you who haven't watched anything from me before, I'm a trans dude. That's what I was talking about before with the whole I got top surgery-os. So I'm biologically female, but my psychological, spiritual, whatever you want to say it, gender is male. And yeah, so I'm just trying to get my body to fit better. Like jeans or something. Break them in. So, hopefully I'll be able to go, well, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to go on T within a few months. There's some bullshit with that, but there's nothing I can do about it right now. It's an entirely a family bullshit thing, and I don't know. I was considering saying, "Oh yeah, I'll totally take that into consideration," and then not taking that into consideration, but it looks like I'm going to take that into consideration, which I'm really not happy about. But it's not the end of the world. It's just, I don't know. Whether I'm gonna go on T sooner rather than later is something that I've been going back and forth on, and it doesn't really matter until I'm fully recovered from surgery anyway. I can't go on T until I'm recovered. So basically, until that 8-week mark of, or not 8 week, 6-week mark of December 5th, I am not, or I wouldn't be able to go on it anyway. So that's that kind of takes some of the pressure off. But yeah, it's something that I really want to do, and it's something that I absolutely will do within a year. But my mom extricated a promise that I think I'm gonna actually have to keep, maybe. Even though it was kind of a promise made, or it was a promise made under duress. But one of my friends pointed out there's some sideways ways around it, which we'll have to explore when the time is right. Because I'm very, very, very sick of waiting. I've known I was trans since 2009, which, I mean, oh no, whole 8 years? Yeah. But I've been actively working towards being able to transition since then. Like, everything I've done since then has been done with an eye towards transition. I bought a house last year so that I could have a safe place to live, away from my family, away from my parents, and that's great. It's worked out really well. I have less savings than I'd like to at this point, just because I haven't. But that's just a matter of not doing the best managing the money I do have, and is clearly a irreparable thing. So that's a thing that I gotta take care of, and I'm in the process of taking care of. So whatever. No. Yeah, you don't need to know that. That's shitty things. Yeah. So it's stressful because I do really want to transition, especially now that I've finally had top surgery, finally, and like my chest dysphoria was such a big deal for me, for so damn long, like I physically developed in the chesticle area in fourth, or I started puberty in 4th grade. That's really early to be going through that. And I mean, yeah, kids are going through puberty earlier and earlier, and that really sucks. But yeah, it was even for now, like, no one else around was starting to develop yet. Like, they started showing us the sex ed and you videos the year after, and like it wasn't relevant to anybody yet. It was just like, here to prepare, get ready. And it's like, I've already done all of that. Fuck you. I hate everything. Yeah. So that was elementary school. That was shitty. I hated it. Like, everybody talks about how middle school or high school was the worst. For me, elementary school was the worst. After that, I managed to avoid most of the bullying. I just wasn't really bullied. I managed to keep people to leave me alone. I wasn't popular by any means. I had a lot of friends in high school. It was good, like real friends. We had a lot of outsiders at our high school, so that meant that we had a large clique of losers, or of socially, or people on the social outskirts. Which I think I've talked about in stream before as well. Jeez, I'm a broken record over here. But I guess that's stuff that gets stirred up by drawing characters based off of your friends from high school. Yeah. So, yeah. I guess yeah. My point is school time suck. Puberty sucks, and everything sucks. Okay, let's go home. Wrong size. Boop. Now I have a real big fish song stuck in my head, which I guess I could sing because there's no way they could possibly give me a copyright strike for me singing a thing. I think. I mean, it's not like people are doing those copyright strikes mostly. Most of them are just algorithms. At least as far as that matters. Obviously not all of them. I mean, Habsoro was a thing. For those of you not in the know of obscure bullshit fandom things, for a while, I don't know if it's still going on, My Little Pony content creators on YouTube had trouble where they would get copyright strikes on their accounts and on their content from not Hasbro but Habsuro, which was of course a fake version created by trolls just to fuck with people, so that we can't have nice things. Because, the best way to go about making things better for you is to remove things that other people are enjoying. That makes sense. I don't get people. I really don't. It's hurting nothing, and you're an asshole. But whatever, you gotta be an asshole. And once again, this is why we can't have nice things. Like, literally. Yeah, drives me nuts, because a lot of really cool things have been canned because of assholes, and it's not okay. I feel like I tell this story all the damn time, but way back in 2009, there was a thing going around where this guy was there was this thing where this guy was going to do a Sonic Season 3 animation. He was going to hire a bunch of actual professional animators, and he had talked to, petitioned say or had gotten in contact with Sega and said, hey, would you endorse this thing that I'm going to make with my own money and with professionals and stuff? And they're like, yeah, nah, brah. And he's like, okay, cool. And he's like, whatever, I'm gonna make it anyway. I was hoping to, get endorsed, but it's fine. I don't care. I want to get this made. So that was really cool. That was a cool idea. Everything makes sense there, except a pile of assholes decided it's not the right canon. Meh. We have to whinge like baby man-childs. And decided to harass this dude constantly. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, but whatever. Until the guy quit. He just, eventually called off the project, and nothing ever came of it because he was getting too many damn death threats against him and his family. And seriously? You're so entitled and butthurt. You have to make death threats on someone? Really? This is your answer? Like, you don't like it because it's the wrong canon? Fine. Don't watch it. Make your own thing. Like, it's not a big deal. Deal with it. I don't get people. I don't get that kind of mentality. Like, the world doesn't exist for you personally. There's more than just one person in the world that is a real person. I understand you don't see other people as real, and that's a problem. But yeah, it's just a problem. So yeah, that's the incredibly depressing story of why we can't have nice things, which I regularly think of, because I don't want to say that it's kept me from doing things that I want to do, but I can't deny the fact that it is that story. It's not like it's in isolation either. Like, if it was the only kind of story of it, the only story of its kind, that would be one thing. But death threats are just the regular, random way assholes decide to deal with things they don't want to be around. Because we can't have nice things. Which is, of course, incredibly fucking douchey. And entitled and jackassy and just fuck off, guys. But whatever. So I don't want to say, oh yeah, no, that I would like to be able to say that I don't care and that's never been a factor in anything I've done, but it has. I mean, I actively try to keep stuff like that from bothering me, but they do bother me, and it does impact how I work on things, and it has slowed me down on doing things that I genuinely want to do, because I'm worried about dealing with that backlash, which isn't cool and isn't fair to me or to anybody who might ultimately like seeing the things I'm gonna make. I don't know. Can you hear me? Sorry, I shouldn't blow into the microphone, but concerned about the quality of sound as I blather on about depressing, things that depress me. Yeah. Like, this character is almost entirely out of frame, and I'm still gonna ink his face. Because what else would you do? I mean, not ink a guy who's almost entirely out of frame? Are you mad, friend? So yeah. Oh, we got one dude inked. That was good. Let's ink the other dude. I have fun. So yeah, new topic. Preferably not depressing. No promises. Between talking about transition and bullshit. Why do you put up with my ass? Okay. Once again, I did not bother to draw this guy's shirt. You know what? Let's draw a shirt. Let's go through and make my life infinitely easier. We'll say that the shirt bisects his bicep. Words are funny. So it bisects his bicep. We'll say that one as well. I don't even have a bicep there. It's so far off frame. This is how you make things slightly easier on yourself. Man, if I had just from the beginning drawn those 3 fucking lines for not Hideyori, my life would have been smarter. Whatever, it's fine. We fixed it. And by fixed it, I mean didn't fix it at all. It just worked with it. Worked around it, I guess. That's the ticket. That's the thing. I guess I'll do this. And I will close this off like so. Because I have the entire body, basically. Nose tag. So this only overlaps for 1 frame, and it really does look terrible. Here, let's go a little bit. Let's do this. Yeah. The reason that I have it so that it overlaps for 1 frame is because I do want this frame to be a response, or I do want this expression to be a response to this. So I wanted to have it happen before, even though they're totally operating or occupying each other's space. Like, you are so up in your space. I know you guys are sitting on the same bus seat, but seriously, some room, give it to each other. But no, it's okay. They'll just play nose tag. It's fine. Nose tag is a game that we used to play in high school, which is exactly what it sounds like. You take your nose and you boop it against somebody else, and then they're it. And there's really no point to it, and there's really not much in between or going back and forth. It's basically it makes you, the other person, think that you're trying to make out with them, and really you're just nose tagging them. I'm very demisexual, so I was relatively aromantic with, or asexual and aromantic with everybody I was around there, and or with all of my friends with whom I played much nose tag. And I think apparently from things I've heard, there may have been misconceptions strewed, which is a little bit, or it's just not good. I'm sad if I made people think things were happening that weren't, because yeah, I'm so demisexual. It's really it really borders on the asexual. So, yeah. Nah. Sexuality is hard, yo. And hanging out with people who turn out they have crushes on you, that's hard too. That's always really shitty. Did I talk about surprise dates on these yet? Shit, I need to, like, watch my episodes. I mean, I watch them, like, after I make them, but, man, apparently I need to, like, do prep work before doing these, and that just seems like... It sounds like work. Imagine that. I don't know, I don't remember if I've talked about surprise dates on this, but sure, let's talk about surprise dates. So I have found that appearing to be female, I'm trans dude. I'm not female, guys, I'm not. My voice my voice is lying to you right now. It is not a girl's voice. It is totes a boy's voice. Pay no attention to the not manliness of it. Although I am happy that I have talked long enough that it's getting all scratchy. Makes me happy. I like it when it sounds like that a lot better. It's a little bit closer to what we're going for, dudes. Yeah. So, as someone who appeared to be female and thought they were female for a significant amount of time, and then turns out, nope, totes not. Okay. I have discovered that anytime, you as a general individual go to anything with a dude, it is a date. Like, even if you establish beforehand several times, okay, and we're not dating, it doesn't matter. It's still a date. Apparently. Like, they can say, oh yeah, I totally go to the movies with Glenn all the damn time, and we don't date, and it'll still be a date somehow. I'm not sure how this happens, but when someone of apparently male sex and someone with apparently female sex are going anywhere with one another, it miraculously becomes a date. And I don't really want to say miraculously, because suddenly you're on a surprise date and you're like, well, shit, how did this happen? Now I'm on a surprise date, and I don't want to be on a surprise date. This has happened to me with several different people, actually. The first was in middle school, so I can be forgiven for this one. I did everything possible to establish that we were not going on a date. This was the one where I said multiple times, and yes, and this is not a date, we're just going to a movie. And he said, oh yeah, no, I totally know. I go to the movies all the times with Glenn. Okay, 'cause this isn't a date. And then we get to the movies, and he tries to cut in front of me so that he can, and I, and he gets me to, he surprise pays for my ticket, like, by arranging and manipulating the situation. Suddenly, he's paying for my ticket, yo. And, eventually, and I went to several movies with this guy, because he was a fun guy to hang out with at the time. He was my friend. It's like, well, guess this is a thing that he's gonna do, even though we're not on a date. So I learned to hedge him out and be behind him in line so he couldn't jump in and pay for things, and and really just bullshit I shouldn't have had to do, that he was, you know, gonna spring, oh, we're doing or I'm doing things like this on me. And ultimately it would have been fine if he was doing that. I mean, it wasn't fine. Just the fact that he very clearly was trying to turn it into a date, and then later when we had a falling out, and he then apparently spread the, and I swear I've talked about this, I don't remember, he proceeded to spread the, a rumor that he had spent $500 on me, and that was a thing that had happened. Which by that point I was so fed up with him that I just laughed when I finally found out that one was going around. Like, yeah, no, he surprise dated me like a lot. It's like I don't know how he managed to accrue $500 apparently. I'm pretty sure they were 500 fictional dollars, like this was Monopoly money or something. Because I don't know how we didn't go to that many movies, dude. And I did get wise to your surprise date shenanigans after a certain point. So yeah, apparently he spent $500 on me, and that was great. Worst $500 you ever spent, buddy. I told you I wasn't interested. And ultimately I did accidentally lead him on, and that was because I was immature and reading way too much shoujo anime, and it wasn't good. I didn't do it on purpose. It just happened. And that's unfortunate, and I'm sorry that he was hurt in any of that. I wasn't trying to lead him on. I was just trying to feel out how I felt, and he was trying to make me love him, and it just wasn't gonna happen, and it shouldn't, basically it shouldn't have been, it was a situation that shouldn't have happened in the first place, and then I made it worse by not understanding how to be in that situation because I was 12. Imagine that. Fucking shit up when you're 12? Oh, God. Can't imagine. Call the fire department. The 12-year-old doesn't know how to deal with their emotions yet. Oh, God. This is a new one. Yeah. So that was my first experience with surprise dates, as I call them. My second experience happened in college. I was wise to the surprise dates by then, but I thought we could manage to not do them, but it turned out no, we have to do surprise dates. So one of my friends from D&D club invited me to a movie. It was a very romantic Transformers movie, so it was totally not a date. It was great. And I very much enjoyed watching the movie and did absolutely nothing to encourage that this was a date, and it totally wasn't a date, except for it was probably a date. So that sucked, kind of. Probably mostly for him. I enjoyed the movie, so it was good. But I was really, I don't know, I probably made things a little bit awkward because I was kind of really aloof. Because I'd been burned by the surprise dates, and I was pretty sure that's what was happening, and yeah. Long story short, surprise dates suck. And I've had subsequent surprise dates, and the people who do the surprise dates, they're getting craftier. So, I had a friend who would tell me, okay, yeah, we'll do a Bitter Angry Singles Day event, which of course is the counterpoint to sorry, Valentine's Day, that's the one. It's the counterpoint to Valentine's Day. So you instead of Valentine's Day, if you're single, you get together and you celebrate Bitter Angry Singles Day. And it's great fun. Done it before, good times. Fun is had by all, because you have a big dinner with friends and it's good. Except, he neglected to invite anybody else. Just him and me. At a restaurant. It was a little awkward. The next year he tried to do the same thing, and I waffled on, or I was pretty non-committal on whether I would come. It was one of those where it's like I think I have work, but I'm not sure, and then I totally had work, and it was fine. Except he calls me while I'm at work, and this was when I was working. As a dog groomer, so I was working like insanely long hour, or I mean not like insanely, but I was working 10-hour days, and I mean some of it was insanely long hours. I had a stint where I worked 12 days in a row because I had to keep covering for other people. That really sucked. I made good money, and that's how I can have top surgery, but yeah. It was awful. It was just a bad situation where I was very, very in the middle of a bad depression, and doing that job made things worse. So, but yeah, I get a call on that particular February 14th, and where are you? I had a reservation and you're not here, and da da da, and it's like, I never told you I was going. Well, I'm here alone and everything is terrible. You're there alone. What happened to the other people invited? Well, it was just gonna be okay. Yeah, nah. So yeah, that's one of the more recent events of surprise dates. Definitely not a fan. So the moral of the story is, don't be an asshole who tricks people into dates. Like, seriously? Seriously, that's a thing you're doing? You're so, like, I don't even have an adjective. But you're in a situation where you're gonna you're gonna cause somebody to be on a date with you who's not realizing they're on a date with you. How do you expect this to go? Seriously, like, on what planet does that go well? Like, oh, gee, I didn't want to date you, but now that I'm suddenly on a date with you, this is the best. I'm so glad we're suddenly dating by surprise with I had no say in the matter. Yeah, that's gonna go well. Unless you have somebody who's remarkably submissive and totally into the kink and totally ready to do it with you. They're just like, yeah, no, I wanna play a game first. Like, but even then, it doesn't make any kind of sense. Like, even if it works, it's gonna be such a messed up and really very unbalanced relationship. Like, how does that even? Why would you try and trick somebody into being your date? I don't get it. And I understand that I am very, very demisexual, and I don't always have the same emotional responses or arousals that everybody else seems to. I mean, like, I do the arousal thing. I know how it goes, but I don't know. I don't get it. I don't. And I don't know. I really don't get. I'm astonished that this has happened to me, because I don't perceive myself as particularly attractive either. Like, It's hilarious. I mean, like, oh, humble brag or whatever. I've had so many people who have apparently been so desperate to date me that they've violated my trust. I mean, that's not really a humble brag. That's just a terrible situation by all accounts. But, like, yeah, that I have had people who are trying to date me that hard it blows my mind. Because again, I'm not particularly attractive to me. Like, I'm okay. I can see some light there. But I don't understand. The same guy that had the first, the one that didn't spend $500 on me, he also, he was fighting over me with another of our friends. They had to compete over me, apparently. It was important. So, like, both of these people were trying to date me at the same time. So I'm dealing with surprise dates from one and not being an asshole from the other. And I'm like, yeah, you are clearly ahead in this, but I don't want to date either of you because you're just my friends and I don't want to date you, damn it. But, you know, one spent not $500 on me and the other actually did ask out, and it didn't go well because I was not emotionally ready to date, and it was just not a good situation, and it only happened, we only dated for 2 weeks. It almost broke our friendship. Like, the guy wouldn't talk to me for like 2 years. I had to practically sit on him to be friends again. It was kind of hilarious. So yeah, that was fun. High school and middle school were just glorious. It all started in 8th grade, and it just didn't slow down from there. Oh, man. So that's the most entertaining stories I think I even have. Which, I mean, I guess I'll be we'll be wrapping this up pretty soon-ish. I'm gonna color these and then probably sign off and go do something else, or it's 9:30. I'm probably I'm gonna going to bed, actually. I'm so lame, but in my defense, I'm still recovering from surgery. I took a shower at like 5 o'clock because I'm like, yeah, I need to like do the whole sleep thing. Well, it's only 5 o'clock. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll be ready for bed, and then we'll go do something else, like streaming, and make ourselves feel like we've done something today, which I actually did work for 3 hours today. It was my Saturday to come in and do the insurance mines. So that was a thing. Totally insurance mines. Yeah, that's the thing I'm referring to. That it was a thing. I work in the insurance mines. We mine insurance. You would be astonished the deposits that you can find in Illinois. I could probably keep going with that because they do mine coal still in Illinois. Like Carbondale, I don't know that Carbondale still does coal, but I mean, it was named after it, and they still do it, like in, I think, as wrong as possible. So, but it's been a while since I was down there, so I could be wrong about the wrongness of which you pronounce it. But I know you don't pronounce it like the actual Cairo in Egypt. I know that for a fact. I lived there long enough to know this one. just like if you live in in Florida, in Capri. It's shit. Which is the right one? Because there's the Italian one, and there's the Florida one, and one is and they're both pronounced different. One is Capri and one is Capri, and I can't remember. Shit sandwiches. I can't remember, and I really want to. I'm so sad. I enjoy playing with language so much. It is my favorite toy, and I have lost my toy. This is a tragedy. I don't know how to deal with this. I need to go cry into my pasta in Sorrento. And I'm just saying this. I'm just saying words now. We got to go on a Latin trip in middle school, and that was amazing. And yes, a Latin trip in middle school. Yeah, so we got to go to Italy for 10 days, and it was fucking amazing. I mean, like, there was some badness with the being with other middle schoolers for 10 days with no breaks, just other middle schoolers. Hell is other kids. But it was so cool to go on an adventure like that and go explore things and not have and have so much more freedom than I'd ever experienced ever before in my life. It was so cool. Like, and the freedom aspect was totally the coolest part of it. Like, cause Italy's awesome. Like, straight up, Italy's boss. But when you're 11, the coolest thing is not being in Italy and seeing Italy. It's being in a city where you can wander off by yourself and nobody says shit. And you're like, dude, I'm going into 7th grade. What the hell is wrong with you people? Aren't you supposed to stop me? No, you're letting me wander off. In fact, you're encouraging it. You're saying, okay, go explore this area. And specifically, my favorite part of the entire Italy trip, which incidentally happened early on, was Venice, because we were able to just wander wherever, and it was because it was really hard to get lost because of all there's no cars and it's all canals, and it was awesome. I was so happy. So yeah, Italy was cool because I got to wander around and nobody said shit. Yeah. And I got really into the book I was reading, and I was a dumbass, and it was great. Yeah. I tell great stories. Fuck. Did I have a direction I was going with that? I don't know. I got to go to Italy. It was cool. You should go to Italy. That's the point. That's the point of the story. Be in 7th grade and go to Italy for 10 days with a Latin class. That's the entire point. Take Latin and go to Italy. Oh man. Like, and then September 11th happened, and they stopped doing trips at my school. So yeah, it was kind of tragic. I mean, obviously the terrorist attack itself was tragic, but like, as far as how it ultimately affected things like that, like there were no more trips like ever again. My friend had been scheduled to go on the Costa Rica trip, the next year for Spanish. As you know, the classes would have their whatever rotation, and the Costa Rica trip was about to happen, and then it didn't, and it was supposed to be rescheduled, and then it wasn't, and my friend never got to go to Costa Rica, or on that Costa Rica trip. I don't know that she never went to Costa Rica, and she did get to study abroad in New Zealand, in the college, and she had her own adventures. She went to an all girls college in Pennsylvania, and then studied abroad in New Zealand, and also went to grad school in what's the word, in Hawaii is the word. That's the one. And ultimately went to vet school, and that's the last I heard, because I am literally the worst at keeping in contact with people. Like, again, it's back to the same thing where I hold people in high esteem, and then I just feel shitty about myself, and then I never talk to them again. And it has nothing to do with, like, them. It has everything to do with I feel shitty about myself, and I don't feel like I deserve to be around somebody so awesome. And that's a genuine problem. But yeah, so that's a thing. Wow, what a note to end it on. But yeah, that's what we've got. We've got these guys up in front being the mid-05's Bulk and Skull. Yeah, got to use that line. Yeah, that's a line that's been in my head for fucking ever. Oh my god. Because these guys, like, I love them to death. I considered them my brothers. And they were basically the mid-2000s Bulk and Skull. Like, they weren't assholes. They had good hearts. They were just kind of punks. Like, whatever. Okay. No, stop. Stop looping. Yeah. Okay, so I think I need to actually, like, break off his arm and have it go over, and have him be behind other guy. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'll break off his arm. This is a thing. Yeah. So here's what we'll do. We're going to take both of these, because I just want to keep them together. And then we're going to take Suitcase's arm, and we're going to say, I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to steal all of your lines. Like a line stealer or something. I don't know what that would be. We're going to steal all your lines, and Toon Boom is really cool in that it will let me do that with no effort. Copy, and because I don't have to worry about it. Oh, but I do. But I don't. Crud. Okay. No, we're gonna do this a different way. I was gonna try and save my layers. Not that I really need to save layers, but I sort of do. I was trying to keep my file sizes down a little bit. Not that I'm really going to succeed with that at all, but whatever. It was an idea. So we're gonna just do this and F5 so it extends over, and then when we scroll back out and play. Okay, I gotta fix that because his arm, I have the second arm bit. So here's what we'll do is we'll take the other arm and we'll also put it on its own layer above on Not Hideyori. And that is how you do a thing. Problem solving, yo. Also being super fucking lazy. Like, don't even. I can't like express or words. So we'll get over here and we'll F5, and now when we go over, yeah, everything will work. So we'll come back to camera so I can scroll through, and it doesn't quite look right still. So I'm gonna have to do some adjustments because he's totally got a shoulder in his mouth. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, so what I'll probably have to do... Oh, fuck. No, I can do this. Okay, so what I'll do is, Toon Boom has a neat reposition all drawings tool, which hilariously I have actually used already, doing this exact same thing, but, because I decided to do shitty things with blocking, and have this dude eat this dude's, you know, shoulder. And we're gonna come up. And I'm just gonna fix this, so... Oh, have your cheekbones touch. No. No kiss. Okay. So we'll do that. I know they're the same size, and I don't like it. So we're gonna use the scale tool and scale him down just a touch, because he needs to be shorter, because art reflecting my friends in high school. Oh my god, what the fuck am I... Ugh. Man. Okay. So back to select. Gonna delete these guys because we don't need those because the arm is no longer correct, but it's okay. We can just... That's a thing. Alright, come back to camera. Let's take a look. I'm not sure that this will look right either, but we'll figure it out. And this is yeah, this is animating for you. This is how it is. Trial and error and mistakes and fixing mistakes and... Oops, we'll fix it in post. Oops, that's a terrible plan. For the record, we'll fix it in post is always a terrible plan. In case you wondered. Like, there are legit times where you need to say we'll fix it in post, but when that's plan A, you're in trouble. Just saying. So, and apparently I've decided that this is my plan A. It may be plan A through Z. Oh, come on. Fucking hell in a hat. I forgot to... I selected the things, but I forgot to copy them. That's what happened. 'Cause I'm smirt. So yeah, this is why... I don't know, maybe I should... maybe I should, stream more frequently, even when it... Well, I guess that's one way to see if I've gotten everything. Copy, up here, paste, to the end. So maybe I should do things where I have to think more, and I'll tell more stories about different things that don't involve dates, surprise dates. Orient of the fruit. Okay, let's test this. Yeah, I can live with that. I like that he kind of, suitcase kind of dies. He's like, I mean, obviously I don't like, obviously. Obviously is apparently the word of the day, yo. I don't like that suitcase just dies, here, in this part. But I think I'm gonna live with it. Because I'm lazy. And because I really went overboard on not Hideyori. Okay, so that is that. It's been an hour and a half, and I am gonna sign off. Thank you for watching, future people who watch things. So I'm pretty sure we haven't had anybody come on, but that's okay. That's fine, I don't really care. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, future people, and have a great day. Bye. Oh, I'm trying to turn it off on the wrong fucking computer.